One of the things most bloggers and website owners hope to not have on their website is something called a high bounce rate. So what is a bounce rate? A bounce rate is the percentage of visitors to a particular website who navigate away from the site after viewing only one page. Obviously, with any internet site, the goal is to encourage visitor engagement, not lose the reader quickly, so the higher the bounce rate number, the less favorable it is in the eyes of the search engines. They want to see your visitors engaged as much as possible. And you want to see them converting into paying clients and customers. The more chances you have to put your message in front of them, the better chances you have of making that happen. So it's to your advantage to keep them on your site as well. There could be many reasons for a high bounce rate, and not all of them are necessarily a bad thing. It could be that your website visitor got the answer they were looking for. Of course, on the flip side, if they didn't get the answer they were looking for, and they bounced off your website to go find it elsewhere, the search engines will see that as well. That may be bad for your SEO. But there could be other reasons for them leaving your website, many of which you may need to address and consider changing. Doing so could help decrease your bounce rates and keep potential visitors on your site longer. If your web page has those annoying pop-up entries, you may want to rethink those. I'm as guilty as the next marketer of doing this one. Pop-ups have shown to have a much higher conversion rate for marketers than other forms of advertising, so it's kind of a double-edged sword for website owners. But a lot of people hate pop-ups, and they're immediately going to leave your site when they encounter one. If you find that your bounce rates are higher than you would like them to be, consider doing an exit pop-up that's triggered when your visitor leaves your site, rather than one that's triggered when they enter. Or consider making it a box that only takes up a small portion of your visitor's screen with a very visible close button. Get rid of complete page takeovers if you have them on your site. These page takeovers are also called welcome mats, and they're often used in a manner similar to pop-ups. They're a way to tell your website readers more about your company and get them to complete your email sign-up form. But these are often worse than pop-ups because they take over the entire screen area and they move your content down the page underneath your welcome mat. A lot of marketers swear by them and say they have amazing email opt-in rates, but they can deter some visitors who are confused or annoyed when they enter your page and don't immediately see the content they came to read. Avoid having a single-page website if possible. I know this is controversial because a lot of people think that single-page websites are all the rage, but they do tend to have high bounce rates, simply because analytics won't register multiple page views unless the reader reloads the page. At the very least, consider adding an About Us page, a Contact Us page, and a Frequently Asked Questions page to your website. You may also try to include your blog on the same domain as your main website if at all possible. Don't autoplay video or sound on page load. Give your visitors a chance to decide whether they want to watch a video or listen to a podcast when they land on your page. Not everyone may want to do so, and let me tell you from experience, nothing makes me back off a page quicker than this practice. Don't design your sites with excess pagination. You may find it on a lot of sites, even from some big names, but most of the time this practice is being used to manipulate page views for search engines. It may work for them, however it does not make for a good user experience. Forcing your readers to click from page to page to read one article, which could have easily been put on a single page, is annoying and frustrating to them. Don't do it. Slow page load speed times is probably one of the biggest reasons for page bounces. If your page takes longer than 3 to 5 seconds to load, chances are you're losing at least 40% of your website visitors. Be sure to optimize your pages to combat slow page load speed times. You can optimize your pages by minimizing the number of images on a page, optimizing your images before uploading them to make them as small as possible while still maintaining quality, getting rid of unnecessary clutter in your sidebars, using a caching plugin or content delivery network to increase the page load times for repeat visitors, avoiding unnecessary code or scripts on your pages, and avoiding loading your site up with plugins when you can take care of an issue with just a small bit of coding instead. And finally, don't use clickbait headlines. Talk about a bad practice. You usually find this on spam websites, but some legitimate business sites try this too. Not only is this bad marketing practice, but you're setting yourself up to hurt your brand and your reputation. Don't try to trick people into visiting your website. Chances are they'll never come back again. Over-deliver on your headline promise, and you'll keep your readers happy and coming back for more. If you're finding yourself in need of some things to help with your bounce rates, give these ideas a try for starters. Experiment and see what works well for your situation. And if you're in need of a website redesign or a new website, be sure to contact us at norahkramerdesigns.com.